I'm old, man. I'm an old man, and I don't remember stuff. Welcome back to Dramatic Evaluation. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the two different ways that streaming services can release episodes and which one is better. Dropping all the episodes at once so that you can binge them or watch them however you want, or the weekly release. Please hook me up and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. Seriously, do all those things, please, especially the comments really help the channel. So I'm just gonna go right out the gate here. Spoiler alert, full drop of all the episodes is the way to go. Weekly release sucks, okay? I decided to say that right up front because it's just gonna be skewed how I'm gonna be talking about this stuff. One way is awesome, the other way very much sucks in my opinion. So that's kind of how I'm gonna talk about these two methods of streaming in this video. So I'll go over some pros and cons of both, just thoughts that I have on this subject, and just give my opinion of these two things. So one of the obvious pros about binging all the episodes, dropping all the episodes at once so that you can binge them, is all the episodes are there, okay? Obviously. This was something that I feel like was pioneered by Netflix. They're one of the first ones to do this, and it was this awesome thing where, like, whoa, like, all the episodes came out. You just put the whole season out and I can just watch them all. It was exciting. It was awesome. People were stoked on it and loved it, and led to this whole fad of binging and watching stuff on streaming services and binging and watching whatever you want, however frequently you want. And that just grew and grew as streaming services just have these giant libraries of stuff that you can just watch whenever you want. So yeah, all the episodes are there. They're ready now. You can watch at your own pace. You don't have to wait a week in between episodes and forget things, which leads to a con about the weekly release. You have to wait a week to find out what happens next. I'm old, man. I'm an old man, and I don't remember stuff. I'm lucky if I binge a show and by the time I get to the finale, I remember what happened in the premiere. Like, when I watch a show that is a weekly release, I just forget some of the details. There are things that I just don't remember, and then as I'm watching it, there's supposed to be this impactful moment, and I'm like, it doesn't have the impact on me because I'm like, I don't even remember what that girl was about or what this dude was doing, like, which is why they have the recap at the beginning, okay? Why do you think they have that? Because they know you're not remembering stuff. There's 1,000 shows out there and movies and things. Content is at a peak of like number of shows and movies that are available. People are not remembering. They're watching and doing their own thing for a whole week, and then they're ready to watch the next episode, and they're like, wait, what happened last week? And so they have that recap to help you remember what happened. Here's an idea. Release it all at once, and then there's no need for a recap because you are watching it all freaking at once. But I don't know, the recap is still kind of helpful even if you are binging it. And like I said, with binging or just watching episodes that are all dropped at once, you can watch it at your own pace, so you're not necessarily watching them all in a row. So yeah, the recap is good, but that is the reason why there's the recap for the weekly release, because they know people aren't remembering every detail. But sometimes you just want to see what happens next, you know? Like, I'm watching, like, I remember when I watched Breaking Bad for the first time, I would get to the end of an episode, and the way it was masterful, the way that show ended, where you're like, oh, where that left off, I need to see what happens next. I gotta see what happens next. With weekly release, you're just deprived of that. Like, you just don't get to do that. You have to wait a week, and it's a bummer. It sucks. Like, hey, I like your show. I'm excited about your show. I want to watch your show. Oh, you're going to make me wait a week? Okay, I guess I'll watch this thing over here and watch this while I wait. And then I forget, and then I don't even watch your show because, oh yeah, that one show was on. I forgot because it was a week ago. And I know that sounds extreme, but it's like, it is what's up with how much stuff is out there now. I just want to focus on a thing, watch a thing, and then complete that thing and be like, okay, now what show should I watch? I don't want to overlap and watch this show and that show and this show and that show and 18 movies and all this stuff overlapping on top of itself, and then confusing like what is going on in what plot line, and like not remembering the following week. It's just, it's stupid. Like, it's all filmed, it's all edited, the whole season is done. Just give it to us. Let us watch it. If we want to see what happens next, we can. Don't deprive us of that. The other con about that is that weekly release is that it just drags on for so long. Like being forced to wait that week. Typically shows like these days it's kind of gotten down to like a lot of shows are like 8 episodes or 10 episodes. They used to be a lot longer back in the day before like writer strike and stuff changed that. But like even still right there, you're talking about 2 months, 2.5 months. Like a show dragging on for that long. It's like I want to just the completionist in me, like I just want to finish this thing and then move on to another show. Like dragging it out for like 3 months is crazy. It's just a quarter of the year I have this one show. Like it's just stupid. It's dumb. Drop it all. I'll watch it as I want to watch it. So to be fair, I'll mention a pro about the weekly release. This is kind of the only argument I hear out there that is a pro in favor of the weekly release method, and that is that it builds anticipation. It makes things more meaningful when they happen toward the end because you've built up this anticipation and you're waiting for this thing to happen. Those couple of months that I just talked about, you've waited all this time. Everything's led to this in the finale and or other just big impactful moments throughout the show. So the claim is that those moments are more meaningful, and it just makes everything more impactful because of the long drawn out nature of how it's building anticipation. Nonsense. Okay? Nonsense to me. And here's why. Number one, it's not impactful when several weeks go by and I like don't remember what happened 3 weeks ago's episode. And then this moment happens and I'm like, am I supposed to care about that? Or like, I like don't remember, dude. I know it's like, I'm realizing it's pretty much my main point is in this video is like not remembering, but that's not all of that it is, but that is a big one. And it's like things are not as impactful on me if I'm not remembering. The other thing about that is there's no like water cooler talk anymore about shows. Back in the day, it used to be like, oh, did you see that episode of Game of Thrones last night? Oh man, and you talk about it, and then like everyone catches up on that, and then you watch the next one the next week and do that again. That's not a thing anymore. There's too many streaming services and too many shows and just way too much content out there, and it's all on streaming services, not on like TV. So it's a different culture, a different thing now where people aren't doing that. There's just less and less talk about, hey, did you guys all watch the thing last night? Like, no, like people just watch their own thing as they have time to do on the streaming services because it's like readily available right there and they'll just watch it. So that kind of leads also to my other retort to the weekly release building anticipation. Hey man, do that if you want. With all the episodes being released at once, the people who like to binge them and watch them all in a row can do that. And if you like weekly release and you think you want to build anticipation and waiting a week in between like helps with that and draws it out and you like that, cool, do it. Because you can. You don't have to binge all the episodes just because they're there. Watch them once a week if you want to, and then boom, you win. It's a win-win right there. How about that? So again, to be fair, that does lead back to a con about dropping all at once and binging, which is spoilers on social media all over the place, man. Like these days, not only people like fans, consumers, but the actors and like producers and like people who made the thing immediately day of release are posting like all these like photo dump of all these pictures on set and things, and then you see like the one character like covered in blood like going like that. It's like, okay, that character dies, thanks. There's mad spoilers on like Instagram and just all the social media platforms, and it sucks. That definitely sucks. So if you're what I was just talking about, if you're gonna like, oh, drop it all at once but I'm still gonna watch it once a week, that definitely sucks for that because you're more likely to get something spoiled for you. But even if you are trying to binge it all, sometimes it takes you a couple days, and there are people out there that just go ham on the first day. And like I just said, the actors who just spoil it on day one. So that sucks for everybody. That's just a stupid thing in general that sucks. Stop. Hey, when something's brand new and it just came out, hey, don't spoil it on the internet. Don't be a jerk. Give people a hot second to watch the thing. Like, give them more than that day itself to freaking watch the thing and catch up before you start spoiling massive things for everybody, dude. Come on. So, I don't know. That's pretty much all the main stuff I wanted to talk about here. I think in conclusion, drop the full season all at once. That is what is the best way to do it, because then you just have access to it. You can just watch it as you want, do what you want with it. Weekly release, get that out of here. It sucks. Don't force me to wait and deprive me of what you've created for me to watch. That's just weird. It's so annoying to see so many streaming services going back to this. Like I said before, Netflix, I think, started the whole, or was one of at least the first ones to like be dropping full seasons like that. Everyone was all about it. Started the binging craze. And then even Netflix is starting to like go backwards from that a little bit. Like they don't do the weekly thing. They do with some stuff maybe, but it's more like chunks, like Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. There's some like competition shows that are like reality shows, like the Squid Game one and the Physical Asia and Physical 100, where they do release like, you know, the first like 4 or 5 episodes, and then like after a few weeks like release, you know, more chunks of episodes. So it's not quite the weekly release, but it is still dumb. Let me just watch it all at once. But most of the other ones like Apple TV Plus and most of the other ones do the weekly release thing, and it's just so dumb. Like this isn't cable anymore. We went away from cable. Why are we drawing back to, and we will, by the way, all these separate streaming services? It's gonna get back to a point where they're already starting to bundle this one and that one and this one. Like there's gonna be a thing where it's a package of all the streaming services, which is, oh, cable. Yeah, just with streaming services, but like you have access to all of them. I'm sure that's going to happen. But like the whole thing is like, it's there. It's readily available. You can go, it's on demand. You can go and watch what you want. So just do that with the initial release. Release it all. Let us just watch it as we want to watch it. People are always going to spoil stuff on the internet, no matter how you release it. It doesn't matter. People get scripts and spoil stuff pre-release anyway. So yeah, it's dumb. It's stupid. I hate the weekly release. Don't do it anymore. Get out of here with that. Give us the whole thing. Thanks. By the way, when there is a show that does the weekly release, unless it's something I like am so excited for and want to watch so badly, more often than not, I just wait. I don't watch it week to week. I wait the 2 months or whatever until the whole season's done, and then I go binge it or watch it as I want at my own pace. So in your face, streaming services trying to do the weekly thing. How about that? All right, so that's it for my thoughts on the 2 methods of releasing episodes that streaming services use. And again, not the best way to consume shows. Consume them how you want, but the best way to release shows. That's the point. Release them all, and then you can watch it how you want. Okay? If you want to spread it out, go for it. You want to watch it all at once, go for it. But you can't do both of those things and have those options with the weekly release. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. We got pretty hot there about my opinion on it. I know there are people that prefer the weekly release. It's insane. I don't understand. But help me understand. Explain to me why you think that's better. Stay tuned. Until next time,